Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm going to let you in on a dirty little secret of mine. This is my brain dump. I have a terrible habit of when I get an idea, I either grab notebook paper or index cards, tablets. I just have to write it down so I don't forget. Well, unfortunately, it took over my desk. This is actually a pile that has been straightened up. And you can see how much I've got here. Not to mention all of this. So I gave it a lot of thought as to how I want to get this straightened up. And of course I could have just left it in this little binder or little notebook, but I had to get it even more organized because it was driving me absolutely insane. And it would I actually had panic attacks. It was getting so bad. So what I did was I got out my 3-ring hole punch and my trusty label maker, and I went to Walmart, a 2-inch thick binder. This was, I think, $3.88. I can't remember for sure. And then I got some tab dividers. I originally had gotten a couple of the 5 tabs, and then the last time I was in Walmart I found an 8 tab, and these have pockets, which is something that I really wanted. I've had these ultra tabs for about forever, and then I got out my cardstock. And on the cardstock, I printed out different seasons, summer and crafting recipes, and I'll show you the rest later, but spring, and printed all those out. And I got out my sheet protectors, and one of the favorite things that I like to sketch on is old-fashioned notebook paper. It's super inexpensive. It goes nicely in a binder, and it's got lines to keep things straight. And if you fold it in half, you can use both sides, and it still looks pretty neat. So the first thing I'm going to do is put these dividers in their in the protectors, and we'll get going from there. Okay, I put all of the printed out cardstock in their page protectors, and I'm just putting these little tags on the top. And since I am still trying to stay on the no-buy as much as possible, I'm not getting the ones that I want. Anyway, when I get around to it, I'm going to get some that are either plain white, translucent, or maybe a not so in-your-face color. But anyway, I digress. I printed out on cardstock brain dump, and I went to avery.com and I printed out a binder spine, and this is for the 2-inch binder. And all of these I have already labeled, and I've got Valentine's and St. Patty's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, vacations, back to school, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, home deck, and outdoors. And this is going to help me get all of my stuff separated. And what I'm going to do is put these in as dividers, and since I'll have this at the top, I'll be able to find what I'm looking for. And I'm starting with spring. And I'll start Father's Day with summer. And fall, I'm going to start the back to school there, because the kids do go back to school in the fall. And winter I'll do right before Christmas. And then I'm going to do home deck. I'm going to keep this separate just because it would be so much easier for me to divide the rooms up. And I don't know if I'm going to use dividers for that or not. But it's the home deck. Goodies for outdoors, like bird feeders and that kind of good stuff. Because unfortunately my bird feeder kind of got caught in a storm, and I know I'm going to have to do another one of those. And I want to change that out. And this crafting recipes, I have recipes for everything from bread dough roses to things like recipes for icy steps, or stuff for poison ivy, chalk paint, all that kind of stuff that you find on the internet and on Facebook that you want to save. Well, I've saved them. The only trouble is, I've saved them on index cards. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all of these index cards, and I'm going to start copying them over onto the notebook paper. And I'm going to put them in their proper place. And hopefully I'll stop having these panic attacks. I can't stand when I get overwhelmed by stuff, and believe me, all of my little ideas, I have overwhelmed myself. Well, it's finally done. It took me several days to copy over all of those pieces of paper, but they're all in the notebook now. Some of these tabs were so dark that I honestly could not see. I just used my label maker to label some of them. But here I have, in the very beginning, some blank notebook paper that I can do my drawings and my writing on. And like I said, I've got these all marked. And the spring, I have Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day. And then for summer, I have Father's Day, and the 4th of July, and vacations. And fall is back to school. And I've got Halloween and Thanksgiving all kind of put together, because I don't really go overboard with. I do more fall than Halloween. And then Christmas, of course, is the thickest. And New Year's, I've already got a couple ideas there for New Year's. And this home deck, the home deck is stuff for around the house as well as sewing projects. And then I have a section for outdoors. And I put one in here for wearable art. I have new tabs here. I don't know if I'll be using these since they are so dark. But I have new sections in case I want to add more. And I can honestly say that now when I'm looking for something, I can find it. And I don't think I'm going to be having any more panic attacks. So, if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. And happy creating, everyone.